Good morning and welcome to Circle Time. Sue, come out. Our friends are here. Good morning. Good morning. How are you? Good morning. Good morning. How are you? I'm fine. I'm fine. Hope you are too. I'm fine. I'm fine. Hope you are too. Well, today, Sue, we are going to talk about letter W, animals in winter. Did you know that animals make tracks in the snow and we can try to figure out what animal was there? Before we do that, though, there's an animal that we need to feed and check on. Fred. So, Sue, why don't you sit down and we'll do our class job? We'll feed Fred, our class pet. I think he's in his fish school. We may have to wait to see him come out, but we'll put some fish food up on top. Good morning, Fred. Well, let's turn around while we're waiting on Fred to come out and do our calendar time. The month is February. Let's reach into our can and see how we will count. Wiggle. Can you wiggle and help me count today? Ready? One. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Two. Wiggle, 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 wiggle. Today is February 2nd. Can you say that? February 2nd. That's today's date. And if you go up to the top, you can see that the day of the week starts with a T and an H. Those two letters together make this sound, the, the, the. So what day is it today? The. It is Thursday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. There's Sunday and there's Monday, there's Tuesday and there's Wednesday, there's Thursday and there's Friday, and then there's Saturday. Days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week, days of the week. Well, it is time to check the weather, so look outside your window and see what your weather looks like. Maybe your weather is rainy or snowy or sunny or windy. Did you check and see? Okay, well, let's sing about it. And when I do like this with my microphone, shout out whatever your weather is. What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? What's the weather? What's the weather? What's the weather like today? It is it is it is today. It is it is it is out today. Well, let's dress Weather Bear. Weather Bear, we're going to put on a shirt with long sleeves for you today. We're going to put on, I think, your snow suit with some boots because we're going out to look for animal tracks in the snow. We'll put on your coat and your hat. Do you remember what season it is? It's winter. Very good. Well, that was our calendar and weather time, and now it's time for letter of the day. Today's letter is W. Can you say W? W. If your name has letter W, stand up. If your name has letter W, stand up. If your name has letter W, if your name has letter W, if your name has letter W, stand up. Yay! Well, W is for animals in winter. Let me show you some tracks that you might see in the snow. I see a deer's animal tracks and, oh, this one's a rabbit. Look right here, that one's a duck. I think I'm going to use this track, the duck track, to decorate my letter W today. I put lots and lots of duck tracks on W. So what letter is this? This is the letter W. So you can decorate your W today with tracks, and you might choose duck tracks like mine. Now that we know what W looks like and we can recognize it, let's practice writing it, and I'll show you how. To make a letter W, you're going to start at the top, you're going to slide down, and then you're going to walk back up, and then you're going to slide down again, and then you're going to walk back up. Down and up and down and up. Can you try to make a W? You can use your own board or paper. You can skywrite like this, or you can use handwriting paper, and I'll show you how. To make a big W, we're going to start at the top. We're going to slide down to the green carpet, back up to the top, back down to the green carpet, and all the way back up. Down and up and down and up. Down and up and down and up. That's the big letter W. Well, let me show you the little letter W, okay? Little W looks like this. The same, only smaller. Down and up and down and up. Just make it a little bit smaller. And if you're using handwriting paper, little W needs to go downstairs. Down and up and down and up. Down and up and down and up. Down and up and down and up. Very good. Down and up and down and up. Well, I want to check and cheer for you. Do you want to show me your letter W? Remember, you can just skywrite if you want to. Yes, very nice. I'm going to give you a sticker for your handwriting time. Here it comes. Well, now we know what W looks like. We know how to write letter W. So it is time to talk about the sound that W makes. W makes this sound. W, w, w. Can you try to make that sound too? W, w. Very good. W says w, 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 as in wake up. W says w, 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 as in wake up. So we're going to play the wake up game to help us to remember that sound. Let's pretend to go to sleep, but when you hear the bell beep, the alarm clock go off, then you can wake up. Are you ready? Good night. Oh, wake up, wake up, wake up. That letter W says w, 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 as in wake up. Let's do it again. Good night. Wake up, wake up, wake up. W says w, 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 as in wake up. Well, today we are going to be learning about animals in winter. Let me show you for science today some animal tracks, and I'll help you to know what each of these tracks is. Go look at these tracks. Can you guess what animal was here? It was a bird. A bird was walking by. Take a look at these tracks. Can you guess what animal was here? It was a raccoon. A raccoon was here. Take a look at these tracks. Can you guess what animal was here? It was a deer. A deer was walking here in the snow. Take a look at these tracks. Can you guess what animal left these tracks? It was a rabbit. A rabbit was hopping by this area. Hop, hop, hop. Can you guess what animal left these tracks? It was a squirrel. A squirrel was here. Take a look at this track. Do you want to guess who made that track? It was a dog. A dog made that track in the snow. Well, it's time for art. And for art today, we are going to make some homemade Play-Doh. And we're going to use that to make tracks and pretend it's snow. So let's head to the art table. For art today, we made homemade Play-Doh. And I'm going to show you how. Here's the recipe. You just need 3 ingredients. 1 cup of all-purpose flour, 1/2 cup of salt, and 1/2 cup of water. Mix those together in a bowl, and then you get this. You get this really cool homemade Play-Doh. You can also use Play-Doh that you already have. I'm just going to press my Play-Doh out onto the table. And then I'm going to use some of my toys to make little tracks in the snow, like this little deer. Here he goes, walking by. Or I might try, let's see, what about this little doggy? Or how about this elephant? Boom, boom. His tracks might go really deep. He's really heavy. What about, let's try this little frog. Hop, 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 hop. You can even try a little Lego figure. Walk, 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 walk. Here he goes. Okay, so let's take a look at all the tracks we made in the snow. Wow, look at all those tracks in the snow. I hope you get to make some Play-Doh today. Have fun making tracks in the snow. It's time for story time next, and we're going to read a story that's called Who Was Here? Was Here by Mia Posada. The huge furry paws of an animal sank into the soft mud of the riverbank, leaving deep footprints with dagger-sharp claws. The beast lumbered on, a fish snared in its jaws. Who was here? A bear. A bear was here. This is a black bear. Black bears have 5 toes, just like humans, with a long claw on each toe. Bears are heavy, so their tracks press deeply into the ground. A hunter traveling by full moon's glow left paw tracks in fresh forest snow, racing through the night with its pack, chasing its prey, teeth bared in attack. Who was here? Nearby are the tracks of the prey that fled, branching antlers crowning its head. With heavy hoofs pounding the ground, it escaped into the forest with barely a sound. Who was here? It was a wolf and a moose. This is a gray wolf. Wolf tracks look like huge dog tracks. And moose tracks? They're big. Moose are the largest type of deer. A long-toed jumper in the arid outback hopped through the dry brush and left this track On strong legs it bounds about, while snug in its pouch its baby peeks out. Who was here? A kangaroo! This is a red kangaroo, the largest type of kangaroo. The African sun at bright daybreak reveals huge footprints at the edge of a lake. Underwater's this animal's favorite place, where this hefty giant moves with grace. Long narrow toes left a second track. This animal rides on the other's back. It munches on insects flying by and soars into the grassland sky. Who was here? A hippo and an egret bird. Hippos have 4 toes on each foot. The toes have webbing between them to help them move easily in water. Hippos are huge. This bird is a cattle egret. It has 4 narrow branching toes on each foot. A sawtoothed swimmer left this trail, dragging its flat, paddle-shaped tail. Its family works as a busy team, piling sticks to build a dam in the stream. Who was here? A beaver! Beavers have 5 long toes. Their hind feet are webbed to help them swim. Their long flat tails help them paddle through the water. Round footprints left by 2-toed feet press into the sand in the desert heat. This animal lives without water for days, traveling under scorching sun rays. Who was here? In between, a line curves through the sand, a track with no print or foot or hand. This creature lies buried just out of sight, its fangs ready to strike a poisonous bite. Who was here? It was a camel and a snake. Camels with 1 hump are called dromedary camels. Camels have 2 large toes that spread out wide to keep them from sinking into the sand. This snake is a horned viper. Horned vipers can grow about 2 feet long. Tracks on the wet rainforest floor reveal a predator was here before. Whiskers twitching, climbing, creeping, silently stalking, then pouncing and leaping. Who was here? A jaguar. Jaguar footprints look like giant cat prints. The end. Look at all those footprints. We made some footprints today in the snow. Let's come back into the classroom and say goodbye to Sue. Sue, didn't we have fun today talking about animals in the winter? You can try to identify animals that you see outside. Their prints are left in the snow, and it's so fun. It's like a guessing game. You can also play the wake up game today if you want to practice the sound that letter W makes. Don't forget to make some homemade Play-Doh so you can make tracks in the snow. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. Goodbye, friends. It's time to say goodbye. Goodbye. We'll see you tomorrow.